We asked our Facebook group members to drop a link to their best looking website built with Thrive Architect so that I could review them, and we've gotten some good ones. I'm going to be giving out points for everything that I think you folks are doing right, and I'm not going to be subtracting points or anything like that for this particular video, unless you tell me in the comment section that that's something that you'd like me to do in the next website review video that I do. I don't know. I'm open to suggestions as to what type of format you'd like to see implemented when it comes to reviewing your websites. But anyways, let's just check them out. Hi everyone, I'm Tony Lewis, and I would love it if you could just hit those like and subscribe buttons for me. We want to get to 100,000 subscribers in 2023, so let's try to make that happen. And if you want me to review one of your own websites built with Thrive Architect, I am going to be recording another of these videos very soon, so be sure to drop a link to your website down in the comment section below. Awesome, so our first website is from Louise, and it's called Forge and Flourish. Overall, I have to say it's a pretty nice, solid website. It flows well, it's easy to read, and you know what? Originally, I thought you simply went off a pretty straightforward deck of shapeshift blocks, but I actually think you may be using Quick, the third companion theme that we released for Thrive Theme Builder. It's definitely one of those, and whichever it is, you did a great job of customizing it to fit your own needs. I mean, the hero section here is in it of itself pretty strong. The copy works and clearly explains what you do, and you have a nice call to action right in the hero section, which is great. I love what you did here with the image gallery to showcase where you've been featured. There's one thing that did catch my eye, which is that even though you have a nice call to action in your hero section, I don't see another one until I hit the very end of the page. I don't think it would hurt to find some more spots for some more call to actions on the homepage. I do love how I can get a big picture overview of what you do just by reading the headlines, because let's face it, most people are not going to read every word on your page, and it's important to be able to tell your story through the headlines as well. And I also really like how you're breaking up your site into different sections, and there's plenty of breathing room in between them, which is beautiful. Please, overall, this is really nice. I'm giving you 1 point for the hero section, 1 point for copywriting, 1 point for structure, 1 for the way in which you're using the image gallery, and 1 for the overall flow of your homepage. Awesome. Our second website today comes from Andrea. She has a website called Hub and Company, and here I can tell that she's using Omni as her companion theme for Thrive Theme Builder. So Andrea, first of all, let me tell you something that I really like and that I think is super smart. I love what you did here with your fonts. At first, if you take a glance at her homepage, it may seem like Andrea here is making use of 2 different fonts, 1 for headings and 1 for body paragraph, but it really is just one. It's called Hind Guntur, and she's alternating between different font weights. So for body paragraphs, she's not bolding the text and she's keeping the weight to 400. And for headings, she's actually bolding the text and making it have a weight of 700. So to a human eye, it may seem like she's having to load 2 different Google fonts, but it really is just one, which is super smart. The structure of the homepage itself is pretty clean. There's enough breathing room in between sections. I think there are some tweaks that you could do to take this website to the next level. For example, you don't have any call to actions anywhere, which makes me feel a little bit lost. Like if I land on this homepage, I don't really know what the next step should be. And I also found it a little bit complicated to understand what it is that you do, like, and how can you help me? Like I had to read this little manifesto here that you have underneath your hero section, and towards the end of it, I can kind of tell what it is that you do. But most people are not even going to read this. Attention spans for humans these days are close to 0, and you want to be able to tell your story without forcing visitors to read your manifesto. And don't take me wrong, you're going to get a point for having a manifesto. I have a manifesto in most of my websites. In fact, most times I even dedicate a page to my manifesto. But I do understand that my manifesto is only going to be read by my super fans and some of those warmer leads that already know me and that already or want to get to know me a little bit better. But yeah, Andrea, you're getting a point for structure, you're getting a point for font choice, and you're getting 1 for having a manifesto. I think you could easily get another point for adding in some more call to actions. And maybe you're close to getting another point for having a nice hero section. Your hero section right now is strong, but I may just use, I don't know, maybe like an explainer video instead of the current image, which doesn't really tell me a whole lot about you or what you do. But yeah, overall, really good, solid work, Andrew. Alrighty, our third website today comes from Michael. This is for a company called Safety Part. So Michael, I think you're still using one of our old legacy themes. I would strongly encourage you to make the switch over to Thrive Theme Builder. It's going to let you customize things down to the pixel, your header, your footer, in a much easier way because it already comes with beautiful pre-designed templates for which you can just replace the text and images with those of your own, and you'll be much better off than with what you have right now. I like that in the header, you have a crystal clear call to action, but we need to talk about using red in your call to actions. This red button in your hero section and the red color font in your header is sending a signal to my brain that says, stop, do not proceed, danger ahead. I mean, think of it as a stoplight. When you're at a stoplight and it's red, you don't go because you know you'll get into a car crash. Well, it's the same psychology applied to web design. Use green, use black, use white, but generally speaking, it's not a great idea to use red for call to actions. Overall, I can kind of tell that you're following like a minimalist approach. We have a companion theme for Thrive Theme Builder actually called Quick, which I've mentioned earlier. It's lightning fast, and if you switch over to that, you're going to be able to enjoy the benefits of a minimalist design while being able to craft up a little bit of a more elaborate homepage. I like that you have pages for your services, special events, and About Us page, but you may want to have some teaser content for those pages directly on your homepage. And before I move on, I absolutely love your logo, man. Again, minimalistic, but fun. Gorgeous. I really like it. Michael, I'm going to give you points for your use of call to actions. I think that even though they're red, I think you're using them really well. You're going to get 1 point for copy. Even though there isn't a whole lot of text on this homepage, I can definitely tell what it is that you do and how you can help me. And I think you may want to find a better image for your hero section. Like, it's showing up a little bit blurry, and you may want to add some explanatory text on your hero section so that it shows up above the fold. And I have to give you 1 point for your logo. It's a really nice logo. As soon as you make the switch to Thrive Theme Builder and expand a bit more on your homepage, I'm pretty sure you'll be getting some more points really quickly. Our fourth website today comes from Kira, and I love what she's doing here. She seems to be a lawyer, but she's using Bookwise as her companion theme for Thrive Theme Builder. I've seen a few people before using Bookwise without them being authors themselves, and in this case, I think it works great, Kira. So first things first, I really love this image of you surrounded by all of these books in a library, but I'm not sure that it works in a hero section the way you're using it right now. I would probably just try to crop it in a way that would allow me to make the hero section just a little bit shorter, because right now, as it is, people are going to have to scroll to be able to read the text in the hero section, which is not ideal. Not all of the text is showing up above the fold, so we want to make sure that we get that text just sitting right above the fold, and making the hero section just a little bit shorter would just take care of that problem. I love the accessibility feature that you have here in the top left corner. I'm starting to see more and more websites make use of one. So nice feature implemented there. There's only a couple of things here, Kira, that I don't think work entirely well for me. First of all, you don't have a call to action anywhere. Again, I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do. I'm not sure if by landing on this website, I'm supposed to hire you or what it is that you want me to do exactly. And there's also one thing that caught my eye, which is that this is not legal advice in bold letters stands out. But then at the top of the navigation menu, you have an item that says free legal advice. So there's a bit of a dissonance there that has me a little bit confused. But yeah, this is promising. I mean, with a few more tweaks, this would be awesome. Nice work. I'm going to give you a point for use of imagery. I mean, I love how you're being consistent with the images being you in a library. I think it works great. You're also going to get a point for font choice. I think this font combination that you're using works great for this niche. And I want to give you a point too for that accessibility feature that you've implemented. I think that if you would just maybe expand your homepage a bit more as to what it is that you do, the services that you offer, and I don't know, just make it easy for people to engage in business with you by having some call to actions. This alone would take this website to the next level. But yeah, good work, Kira. All right, let's get to the fifth and last website today. This is by far my favorite one out of all of the ones that people submitted today. This one comes from Paco, and it's a website called Interest Explorer. Take a look at this. I mean, this is literally the simplest website out of all of the ones I've showed you today. It's made up of text and images on a white canvas, no fancy decorations, no fancy animations, and yet it's so gorgeous to look at. The font is super easy to read. There's a crystal clear call to action right in the hero section. If I keep on scrolling, I get some product shots, testimonials, authority credentials. The copy is absolutely marvelous as well. Something as simple as labeling the problem in red and the solution in green right underneath it, it just works really well. He even has a section here with video testimonials about people who have used this tool. Look, this is a website that inspires trust. It's gorgeous, good design sells, and I would give you my money if I were in need of a tool like this. Paco, I'm giving you a point for color scheme, 1 for copywriting, 1 for font choice, 1 for structure, 1 for use of imagery, and 1 for the overall flow and design. Like, I don't know how I could make this page better than it is right now. Paco, awesome job. I love this. All right, that's it for today's video. Hopefully you liked it and had some fun with me. If you want me to take a look at your website for our next video, please drop a comment down below with your link, and I'll try to get you featured in. And if you wish to learn more about Thrive Suite and how you can build a high converting online business, there's a link in the description for that as well. I'm Tony Lewis. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.